Story that you'll see only here on Channel 2. Today, Buffalo Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia's retirement took effect. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at how his officers viewed him on the job.
We're specifically looking at police grievances after the police union indicated that morale was low within the department. 2 on your side's Nate Benson went looking for the data, and he has the latest for us tonight. Nate?
Yes, Scott and Mary Alice, the idea was simple. If morale was low, one would assume the number of grievances would be high, but as I've learned over the years in this job, you can't assume. Normally at the beginning of the year, we get all sorts of police data for the previous year. But if you remember, there was a bit of a BPD leadership shakeup 2 weeks ago when
Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia submitted his resignation.
And because of that, we didn't get the annual press conference that pointed out that homicides were down 3% last year, motor vehicle thefts were down 39%, robbery down 7%, burglary down 5%, property crime down 4%. There was, however, an 11% increase in larcenies, according to the BPD data, but police sources attribute a lot of that to repeat offenders and bail reform. In the wake of Gramaglia's resignation, the Buffalo PBA said that
under this current administration, the mental health and the morale of our members has never been lower.
And that got me thinking there's probably some data that, in theory, would support the idea that morale was low within the department. So I filed a Freedom of Information request with BPD to obtain the number of grievances filed against the department since 2018, the year Gramaglia became a deputy commissioner. The logic being, if morale was low, grievances would be substantial. At least that was my initial thought. It turns out I was wrong. According to the data obtained by Buffalo Police, grievances are down 60%, from 123 in 2018 to 48 in 2024, decreasing each year in between. I followed up with the PBA on Wednesday and asked about the idea of grievances decreasing if morale is low.
No, it wasn't surprising to see because I know I'm new to this office, but I've been a part of the union now for 8 years, and this office has been willing to work with anyone that wants to work with them. If the contract violated, oftentimes it can be resolved before it goes all the way to grievance.
It's hard to gauge what the morale of the police department is.
Councilman David Rivera is the chair of the Police Oversight Committee.
There are times that there's some tension between management and labor, especially the PBA and the commissioner himself, because he's the one that has to discipline. But I had not heard that the morale was low.
So grievances over time should go down. And then some grievances are avoided just in the nature of negotiations.
As for the mental health of Buffalo police officers, the Deputy Commissioner for Administration and Finance, Dawn Kent, implemented a lot of the department's current mental health initiatives, many of which were firsts for the department. She filed her retirement papers 2 days after Gramaglia's resignation. Now, speaking of former Commissioner Gramaglia, his retirement officially began at the end of today. He spent nearly 29 years with Buffalo Police. As for what's next, it's unclear if he may do something in the private sector or even public office. On your side, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.